We are going to continue the story of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, Abul Anbiya, the father of the prophets, the father of Tawheed in Islam. And we were where he was debating. He was young, he was a young boy. And he was debating with the people of the town, his family and the others. And the debate was that after he cut off the legs and arms and necks of the idols, they came back. And they asked, who did this to our gods? One of the people said, there's a young boy by the name of Ibrahim who was speaking ill about our gods. He must have been the one who did that. So let's bring him. When they brought Ibrahim alayhi salam, he debated with them, using his mind, his intelligence. That's why intelligence is key. Intelligence is power, knowledge, al-ilm. That is why every morning we say the dua, Rabbi zidni ilma. Oh Allah, increase my knowledge. If you have knowledge, you have power, you have strength. Ibrahim had knowledge, even though he was young. And the knowledge was we should worship none but one God, Allah. So he told the people, I think the God or the one who did it is the big God, because he's the one who has the axe around his neck. I'll go back to it. I did not forget. The kids, they reminded me even when we were lining up. Jazakallah khair. Allahi barik fi. So then Ibrahim alayhi salam, as a young boy, he debated with them. He said to them, if you don't believe that this idol can chop off the hands and arms and necks of the other idols, why do you worship them? So he debated with them. So when he told them, if you don't believe me, you can ask him. They said, he cannot talk, he cannot hear. Ibrahim said, then why do you worship him? So he won the debate. And Ibrahim was a great debater. You will come to find out later, with another king, we'll get to the details, Ibrahim debated with another king. Now he's older. And the king told Ibrahim, who's this God you are talking about? And Ibrahim said, my God is the one who gives life and he causes death. Anybody who is alive is because of God. Anybody who's dead is because of God. But you know what the king said? The king said, I can do that too. I can give life, I can cause death. How did he do it? He said, bring me two slaves. Bring two slaves. They brought two slaves. He said, kill one of them. They killed him. He said, the other one, let him go. They let him go. So this king, Namrud, said to Ibrahim, look, I can give life, I can cause death. Subhanallah. But Ibrahim's so smart. He said, my Lord is the one who brings the sun from the east and sets it in the west. If you can do that, please do it. Subhanallah. What a great debater. Do you think this king can do that? He lost the debate. He got so upset. So back to the tactics of Ibrahim being a great debater. The example I was giving was Imam Abu Hanifa. In Islam, we have four great Imams that we follow. After the Sahaba, after the next generation and the next generation, from the fourth generation of Islam, the Imams that we follow, the greatest Imams. Imam Abu Hanifa is number one. Imam Malik, number two. Imam Shafi'i is number three. And Imam Ahmad is number four. There are other Imams. There were 12 in total. But those whose madhab, their lessons, they stayed, it is four of them. Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, Imam Ahmad, Imam Shafi'i. So this Imam Abu Hanifa, he was a young boy also, a great debater. And he wanted to prove to the atheist that there is a God. This whole world was not created at random. This whole world did not build itself. The sky did not build itself. The earth, the trees, all of these things did not build themselves. There has to be a God behind it. So when he came to the debate, remember, he did it on purpose. From the place he was to where he was supposed to meet them for the debate, there was a river in between. Abu Hanifa crossed the river and he arrived to the place of meeting, but he came late on purpose. So they asked him, why did you come late? You guys are supposed to be Muslims. Muslims, they keep their word. If they say we'll be there at 4 o'clock, they'll be there at 4 o'clock. We'll be there at 10 o'clock, they'll be there at 10 o'clock. Yeah, right. So don't be late if you are a Muslim. Don't miss an appointment. So they asked Abu Hanifa, Imam Abu Hanifa, as a young boy, why were you late? Imam Abu Hanifa said, while I was getting ready to come, there was a huge tree. And this tree, I'm watching the tree, it started to fall down by itself. And I'm watching the tree. What happens? The tree is starting to chop itself in pieces of wood. The tree is cutting itself. And I'm watching the tree. And you have planks of wood. I'm watching. He said all those planks of wood started coming together, gluing each other together. As I'm watching, nails came out of nowhere and started nailing themselves, to the wood. As I'm watching, it started to become a boat or a canoe. And all of a sudden, the whole canoe is ready. So I jumped on it, and I crossed the river, and I arrived. That's why I'm late. What do you think they will tell you? That is impossible. They say, what do you think, we are crazy? Are we crazy? This whole story, you made it up. How can a tree fall down by itself? How can a tree cut itself in small planks of wood? How can those planks of wood come together? How can nails come from nowhere and start nailing themselves? How can it become a boat by itself? This is not possible. Abu Hanifa, are you taking us as fools? So Abu Hanifa said to them, if you guys do not believe that the tree can fall by itself, cut itself in planks of wood, come together and nails and make a boat by itself, if you don't believe in that, how can you believe that this entire world can build itself? How can the sky build themselves? How can the earth build itself? How can all these trees plant themselves? The stars, the sun, and the moon, how is that possible? So when Imam Abu Hanifa said this, they all said, Allahu Akbar. Now we believe there is a God, and that is Allah. He was debating atheists, those who did not believe in God at all. They say there is no God. So this is the proof that he gave them that there is indeed a God. So just to tell you that in Islam, you have to have evidence, you have to have proof, you have to have knowledge. When you're talking about any subject, if you cannot bring the Qur'an as a proof, if you cannot bring the statements of the Prophet ﷺ as proof, or statements of the ulama, Qur'an tells us, قُلْ هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ إِن كُنْتُمْ, ladies, صادقين, bring your proof, bring your evidence if you are truthful. So whatever we do in Islam, we bring the proof, we do bring the evidence. So this is how Imam Abu Hanifa debated and won the debate against this atheist. And this is how Ibrahim, alayhi salam, as a young boy, debated, and he won the debate against the idol makers and the idol worshippers. When Ibrahim won the debate, they were very upset. A young boy debating us, and he won the debate. He made them look like fools. Ibrahim told them, how can you believe in a God that cannot talk? How can you believe in a God that cannot hear? A God that cannot benefit you? How can you believe? Tomorrow, inshallah, we will continue the rest of the story. It is time for salah.